Net exam is round the corner. And do you know Net model test series is going on in full speed. See, till now, we have provided with chapter-wise question answers in this program. And now we are starting with complete mock test or model test, what we call. In these model tests, we shall give you 50 question answers, random question answers from the complete syllabus. And total 35 such model tests have been prepared for you by tests. So if you think you need that extra revision with the help of MCQs, you can join this course. It is just for 999. It is filled with MCQs and you will love it, okay? And if you join it, don't worry, we shall give you link of the chapter-wise quizzes as well, okay? So kindly call us right now, 9387839871 to join in Net Model Test Series. And hello, how are you? This is Hina from Team Test. Today's capsule summary is very close to my heart. It talks about the societal problems that India faced because of the people, because of the culture back in the 1930s. Who has spoken about these problems? Who is called India's Charles Dickens? Do you know him? Yes, you do. He is Mulk Raj Anand. Untouchable is his first novel, which was published in the year 1935. If you talk about Mulk Raj Anand, he lived from 1905 to 2004. That's a lovely, beautiful, long life, right? Why is he called India's Charles Dickens? Because he portrayed the problem of the Indian society, just like Charles Dickens spoke of London society, right? So Mulk Raj Anand's social novels depict the life of the poor, scheduled caste, and oppressed in the Indian society. You should know this. Untouchable's introduction, that is, introduction to this novel, was written by Anand's friend E.M. Foster, whom Anand met while working on T.S. Eliot's magazine Criterion. See, basically, Mulk Raj Anand studied in India and then went to England to study, okay? He made many influential friends. He started writing for India's freedom and awesome, yes? He came back to India, participated in the freedom struggle, and he wrote about the problems of Indian society. About this novel, Untouchable, Anand incorporated Punjabi and Hindustani idioms in this novel, which means when you read it, आपको इसमें Hindi words भी मिलेंगे, Punjabi words भी मिलेंगे. That's cool, right? Okay, look at Mulk Raj Anand, young Anand, old Anand. I like it. Then and now. Abhi to ye then and then ho gaya, of course. Okay, so now setting of Untouchable is, it's a fictional town, Indian town of Bulla Shah. And the storyline is, it talks of a single tragic day in the life of Baka, who is a toilet cleaner or a sweeper or untouchable or the lowest class in Indian society. They were not allowed to mingle with people. They were not allowed to talk to anybody. And if they touched someone from the upper class people went mad, okay? They started praying. They started asking for forgiveness from God. They started purifying themselves by bathing. That is how they treated these untouchables. So today we shall talk about one day in the life of Baka, an untouchable, okay? First, insults hurled at him by people of upper caste. Second, his conversation with a Christian missionary. Third, his meeting with Mahatma Gandhi, who gives a speech on untouchability. And fourth, invention of flush toilets, which might eliminate the need for a lower caste of toilet cleaners. This is what shall be described in today's capsule summary. So now let's talk about Baka. Who is Baka? Baka is a young, intelligent boy, but he's naive, okay? He's innocent. He belongs to the lowest class in India, meant to clean streets and latrines of high caste people. He is forbidden to be touched by upper castes. Otherwise, they will get polluted, just like him. They consider him polluted. He's not polluted. I don't think so. Lakha is Baka's father. Remember, Lakha is Baka's father. Lakha is the head of Bulla Shah's sweeper community, but he is super lazy and he is pro-British. He loves white people. He loves working for them, okay? But that is not the case with the son Baka. It is morning time. Laka yells at Baka to get out of bed and begin with his chore of cleaning the latrines. Okay? Baka starts with the latrine of a famous street hockey player named Charat Singh. Charat Singh yells at Baka for coming late, but later gifts him with a hockey stick, which makes Baka dance with pride. देखो जब भी एक slave को उसके master देख लेते हैं तो slave तो गदगद हो जाता है ना. That is how the untouchables felt at that time. Charat Singh told him, I will give you a hockey stick as a gift. And Baka was swelling with pride. He was like, oh God, ये तो भगवान ने कुछ करिश्मा कर दिया. Listen to the quote from the book. Charat Singh was feeling kind, though he did not relax the grin, which symbolized 6,000 years of racial and class superiority. A grin like this, I'm being kind to you, slave. That is what Charat Singh meant when he said that I will gift you a hockey stick, Baka. Now, after finishing his morning shift, an extremely thirsty Baka returns home. Let me tell you, nobody will give water also to Baka to drink when he's on duty. Nobody will want to mingle with an untouchable. तो वो घर से ही पानी पी के जाएगा और घर पर ही पानी आके पिएगा. Okay? But when Baka returns home, there is no water in the house. His sister Sohini, remember the name Sohini, is Baka's sister and Laka's daughter. Sohini quickly runs to the communal well to draw water for her brother. However, you should know this. The untouchables are not allowed to pull their own water out to touch the water. Otherwise, the water will have to be purified. Just then, a priest named Pandit Kali Nath arrives. Quote, when people look at this Pandit or Maharaj, these untouchables, they join their hands and say, oh Maharaj, Maharaj, why don't you draw us some water, please? Shouted the chorus of voices, joining their palms in beggary. Pandit Kalinath is a luscious, hypocrite priest. He agrees to pour water specially for Sohini, but on one condition. She must come to clean the temple courtyard later in the day. What are his plans? Oh, come on, you and I know, right? I'll tell you. She agrees and rushes home, taking water for her brother, who is very thirsty. Now, after this, what happens? The day is moving. At the behest of his lazy father, Baka goes for cleaning the town square and the temple, which is actually Laka's job. Laka goes to the town every day to clean the square, the town square, the main area. But today he's sending Baka because Laka only wants to relax. At the town square, Baka buys few cigarettes and candies. Out of excitement to savor them, he forgets to give the untouchables call and accidentally touches a Brahmin Hindu. See, let me tell you, whenever an untouchable moved on the street, he said something that, please move around, I'm coming, I'm an untouchable, don't come near me. But he forgot to give that call, and because of which he touched a Brahmin. The Brahmin shouted, why don't you call, you swine, and announce your approach? Do you know you have touched me and defiled me, you cock-eyed son of a bow-legged scorpion? Now I will have to go and take a bath to purify myself. And it was a new dhoti and shirt I put on this morning. After this, the Brahmin Hindu slaps Baka in front of an equally angry mob. Sab bewakoof hai. A Muslim car driver breaks up the fight and mob disperses. The Muslim man does not care about the Hindu castes, since he is also treated as an untouchable. After this, a dejected Baka goes to clean the temple courtyard. Here he makes sure to announce his arrival. Quote from the book, posh, keep away, posh, sweeper coming, posh, posh, sweeper coming, posh, posh, sweeper coming. So whenever he said that, the people of the high caste, they just moved, turned around. They did not come close to this untouchable. Surprisingly, Baka meets his sister Sohini there. He didn't know Sohini is there. Sohini never came to the temple. Why did she come, remember? Pandit told him. Pandit Kalinath said, I will give you water. In return, you have to come to the temple to clean it. But right now, Sohini is in tears. Her clothes are tattered. Her body is shaking. She tells her brother that Pandit Kalinath sexually assaulted her by grabbing her breasts while she was cleaning the lavatory. And when she shouted for help and the people gathered, the Pandit in turn hypocritically started accusing Sohini of touching and polluting him. Does Baka know the truth? Yes, he does. Can he fight for justice? No, he can't. So helpless brother pleads his sister to go home. It is time to beg for food. At that time, untouchables used to beg for food, okay? They used to go from home to home, but they could not touch anything. They just shouted, give us food, have mercy on us, we are begging for food. But while begging also, Baka faces a lot of humiliations, a lot of indignities from the upper caste Hindus. He feels disgusted. And at this time, he starts contemplating about his life and why he was born like that, why he was treated like dirt. Even dirt has a value, why he was treated like nothing. When he returns home and tells his father about the town square incidents, about how he was slapped by the high caste Brahmin, Laka says, no, 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 don't accuse them. They are very good. Laka reminds him that a Hindu doctor came to their home and saved Baka's life when he had a fever as an infant. So the father is telling the son, don't be ungrateful. These high caste people are very kind. Now, later, Baka has a little sweet moment when he plays hockey with his friends Ram Charan and Chota. But when he returns home, his father screams at him for being gone all afternoon. And in anger, he banishes Baka from home, shouting that he must never return. Usually fathers say like that, but they don't mean it, right? And iske baad Baka also runs away. He's running and running, not knowing where to go and what to do. So when he's tired, he comes and rests under a tree when he's approached by a colonel, a British chief of a local Salvation Army, whose name is Colonel Hutchinson. Okay. So sensing Baka's distress, Colonel Hutchinson convinces this untouchable to follow him to church. He wants Baka to see that Christianity has no division based on class and everyone is equal in the church. Now again, Baka is flattered. देखो, when you feel you're a slave, अगर कोई भी आपसे बात भी कर लेता है ना, you feel awesome. So now Baka is absolutely enamored. He is feeling great that a white man is giving him so much attention. So Baka quickly follows him to church. But before he could enter the church, the colonel's wife comes and shouts at her husband, shouts a lot. Few words, he says, another blackie you have got. What is your problem? Why do you bring these people to our church? Just at that time, Baka realizes, no, 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 that is not the case. Disparity is everywhere. The world is disparity. Baka feels the anger of this lady and runs away. This time, where does Baka go? He makes his way to the train station where he hears a rumor that Mahatma Gandhi is coming to give a speech. So if a question comes that Mahatma Gandhi appears as a character in which novel, you should tick Untouchable. Easy. Baka waits earnestly until Gandhiji arrives. Mahatma Gandhi arrives and he begins his speech. What does he say in his speech? He condemns the caste system, urges the people to follow his example of non-violent protest, urges them to be together, one as Indians and not to be divided as the Britishers want us to be. Baka feels positive and enthusiastic, but is still confused that can he fight for his rights as an untouchable? Will his discourse even be heard? Will the orthodox traditions ever be overturned? After this, Gandhiji leaves, and Baka overhears the conversation of two educated men. Who are these educated people? There's a poet and a lawyer. The name of the poet is Sarshar, and the name of the lawyer is Bashir. The lawyer, Bashir, is critical of Gandhiji's views. He says, no, these are very naive views. I don't think this caste system will ever go away from India. Okay, while the poet Sarsher seems positive. The poet says that a new technology is coming to town soon. This technology is also invented by the British. What technology is it? Flushing toilet. Flushing toilet, जो हमारे घर पे है, the Western style of toilet, not the Indian style which was then. So the poet says that these toilets or this flushing toilet machine might actually help in putting an end to untouchability, since they would eradicate the need for humans to handle refuse. Refuse means the leftover, okay, the latrine. So the poet is saying कि अभी flush toilet आ जाएंगे ना, तो फिर untouchables का ये काम नहीं रहेगा, that they have to clean the latrine, they have to clean the toilets, they'll be free from their work, and therefore untouchability will go from India. Now when Baka hears all this, his heart gleams with hope. And what does he do? Tell me, what can a son do, a young son? He runs to his house. He wants to share this good news with his father. Will his father accept this news? According to his father, is it a good news? I leave this question open-ended. You know the answer. We're done. We're done with Untouchable. I loved it. Hope you did also. Very soon, we're going to end with Indian literature in English, Indian writing in English series, and we shall come up with another series, okay? So if you have any other novel in mind, you can tell me quick. This is Hina. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself and do subscribe to our channel, Tess. Yes? Take care.